Hey, it's Allison here. Thanks so much for joining me on my Thursday video. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about kind of my devotional or quiet time, as I like to call it, my quiet time routine. And I'm going to share with you actually the materials that I use and just a couple of tips to get ready for it. And then I'm going to close with 4 scripture prayers, 4 Bible verses that I actually pray in order to get my mind ready and focused for the day. And so I'm going to also be linking below the free printable for those 4 verses. So you can get to my blog and you can print them off for yourself and you can add them as part of your daily quiet time routine. So I want to start by saying that I really believe it is very important as Christians to do some quiet time, do some Bible reading, do some prayer time to God in the morning. I really believe this is important. Now, you may not have an hour. Not many of us do. Not many of us do. That's okay. You may even save like your actual Bible study time for like your lunch break or in the evening after you put your kids down to sleep because you're more of a night owl. And that's okay. But I really believe that it is biblical and that it is, and I'm going to share a verse with you in a moment. I really think it just kind of makes sense. It's just kind of common sense as Christians that we would want to start our day with getting our minds focused on God. Like, okay, God, I'm starting a new day. I need you. I surrender to you. Like, show me yourself. Fill me. Satisfy me today, God. Open my eyes to what it is that I need to know for the day. And so just kind of giving ourselves to God every single morning and spending just some time in His Word. And so I hope that these 4 verses, the 4 verses that I'm going to have the link to in the comments, that they will be maybe something that you can add into your morning routine, and they can help you to get focused as well. And I've been using these for like years, and they just do that. They just help me to get focused. So I always do set out, my first tip for you is I set out my Bible study materials the night before, because you know how it can take like, it can take a while to like assemble all our materials. Like we're tired in the morning, or even if you're doing this like later in the day, it can take a while to get to find, where's my Bible again? And then like, oh, I like sat down. Oh, I forgot a pen, you know? And these are all things that I've done for sure. And so it just helps if I can remember to set my materials on the counter all together. And then when I wake up in the morning, I'm ready to go. I just grab them and I sit down on the couch. So first tip is just get everything ready the night before so you don't waste time. Secondly is that I really do recommend getting up before your kids for your own like mental sanity. You know what I mean? Like that you don't wake up and they're like right there. And it's kind of scary. And it's happened to me like a couple of times since I had the baby and I slept in a little bit. I was already up like 4 times in the night, you know, and then I woke up from my 5-year-old like in my face and I seriously was like, and I'm like, I don't want to wake up like that. It's not a good, it's not like a mentally and emotionally healthy way for a person to wake up. And I just think that especially for moms, we're going all day, we're giving. And I really believe that it is important for us to just have a few moments to ourselves before our kids wake up. And so obviously as they get older, you know, they maybe have an alarm set at school, you know, my kids have their alarm set. With a newborn, you know, you have to give yourself a little grace because you're not sure when they're going to wake up. But with my 5-year-old and my son in the summertime, they have a glow clock. And the clock glows for a half hour. So they know if the clock's not glowing, then it's not time to wake up. Like I'm not supposed to get out of my room yet. I can maybe be in my room or I can read in my room or play in my room, but I can't come out of my room until that clock is glowing. And so that gives me the opportunity and my husband the opportunity to set our alarms and make sure that we can wake up before them and that we have time to ourselves and that most importantly, we have some time with God. And we're really, really strict with our kids about that. There's some things we're like, we need to get better on, but like that, them going to bed and waking up, so we can have some time alone and together is like really important to us. And so, it's just part of like training your kids to do that. But a glow clock, if you have young, like toddlers or something, is great, or an alarm clock, and they just don't get out till that goes off. Okay, so the next tip that I have for you is, but get some good coffee, and some good creamer. If you like creamer, get a good like Keurig maker. Do something that will like get you kind of excited to get up in the morning. Right now in the fall, we have these like candy corn, they're like Christmas lights, but they're like candy corn shape. We got them at the dollar store, and we turned those on, and we got these little like pumpkin lights, and I turned those on, and it kind of creates like a cute ambiance, and it just gets me kind of like a cozy, fun feeling in the morning and helps me to get up better. So, whatever that might look like for you, but it is worth it to get up in the morning to it's worth it to do that. All right, I'm lastly going to share with you my 4 verses that I read that help me to get my mind focused. So when I first have all my materials, I have my lights on, I have my coffee, I'm going to sit down on my couch, and I seriously usually just have to like, okay, kind of like got everything there. I had to breathe and just like take a couple of like deep breaths just to like get focused. I do also recommend, sometimes I will have a Post-it note, and that will, anything that pops in my mind of what I need to do that day or need to look up on my phone or the internet, like I will put that down on that Post-it note. I also do like to keep my phone away from me, just so I'm not tempted to look at it, because believe me, if it's near me, there are things that pop in my mind and I'm like, oh my goodness, my kids aren't up yet, this is my time to look for it, and I will like get totally off track of why I'm up in the first place, why I'm here. So I just keep my phone plugged in away from me. Okay, so take some deep breaths, phone is away from me, kind of get myself together, and then I will read these verses. It's the first thing that I do before I even dig into the word. And so I have them in just my trusty little notebook. I have read these verses for like 15 years. I'm not kidding. I love them. It's just called, the acronym that goes with these verses is IOUs. And I think I know the pastor that came up with these, but in case I'm wrong, because I didn't look it up, I don't want to say it. But anyway, I'm just saying I didn't make this up, okay? So the IOUs the acronym stands for these 4 different verses. The first one, the I, stands for incline my heart to you and not to selfish gain. Turn my eyes from looking at worthless things and give me life in your ways. That's from Psalm 119, 36 and 37. So the first thing that I'm doing is just like, God, incline my heart to you and not towards selfish things. I don't want my heart to be going towards worthless things that don't matter, that don't have meaning to that or value. And so incline my heart to you, not to things that are just all about me and my own selfish gain, because I can easily do that. The next is O, and that would be open my eyes that I might behold wonderful things from your word. It's from Psalm 119, 18. So that is just before I'm going to read the word. God, open my eyes. Open my eyes that I can behold wonderful things. What do you have to teach me today, God? Show me. All right, IOU, unite my heart to fear your name. Psalm 86, 11b. So God, just like unite everything within me to fear your name, that I will obey you, that I will love you, that I will take this time, that I will desire you. God, like just unite everything in me to you. And then IOUs, S is satisfy me in the morning. So this is one of the verses I was telling you about, that there's a lot of verses in the Psalms that talk about the morning. And this is one of them, Psalm 90, 14. Satisfy me in the morning with your steadfast love, that we may rejoice and be glad all our days. So God, it's morning. Good morning. Satisfy me today. Fill me today. Help me to be satisfied in you. With your steadfast love, and that way I will be glad. I'll be joyful all my days. And so satisfy me today, God. So I will ask him to IOUS, incline my heart to him, open my eyes to the word, unite my heart to him and to satisfy me this morning with your unfailing love and steadfast love. So you can see how reading those verses and praying them to God, sometimes I will kind of go on and kind of expand on those verses and those prayers. And sometimes that's like all I can do. I'm super tired, or I don't have a lot of time. I woke up late, a little later than normal, and I just will read them and just know that God, and believe that God is answering each of these prayers with a yes. So yes, he's going to incline my heart to him. He's going to show me things that are worthless throughout my day that I'm starting to go towards. Yes, he's going to unite my heart to him, and so on. And so I hope you can see how waking up in the morning and praying these 4 prayers can really make a difference for your day. And I'm to the point now that I've read them so many times, I also just copied them into my own notebook. But that now I can just say it, be like IOUS, I is incline, and then I can kind of just go through the acronym and don't have to open my notebook, which helps on the days I'm like really tired. So I know that sounds like super lazy, but like it's true. Sometimes I'm really tired and I don't even want to open up anything. So I just turn my brain on to the IOUS. And so the free printable is going to be again down there. I will be doing more scripture prayer free printables coming up. So if there's one that you would like, you'd like prayer for, like, say, what do I pray when I have anxiety? Or what do I pray when I am nervous to try something new? Or I'm in an awkward new situation? Or so on. What are some prayers I can pray for my kids or my husband? What could I pray for my work? If there's anything like that you're interested in getting some verses for to pray, comment below, and I'm working on that currently right now. Last thing I want to say is that I do have a new Jumpstart Bible study. It's going to be an online Bible study. It's going to start on October 20th, 2019, and it's going to be just 1 week long. The purpose of it is to get you jump started into reading the Word consistently. So go to my blog and register for that, and we'll be starting on Sunday, kicking it off on Sunday, and that will propel us into reading the Word more, and I am creating some Bible plans that will also support you in reading the Word consistently. All right. Thanks so much for joining me, and have a great day. Bye.